up your arsenal to balance the Interverse, where heroes from great order strike with no hesitation for control of what remains. Entry into the Dimensional Rift comes with a heavy cost, as the once-known Triclonian world has been ravaged, and you must traverse it to find balance. Be the hero you were meant to be by selecting what type of fighter and energy class best suits you. Take up weapons that cannot just attack, but can be modified to decimate your opponent. Use abilities, equip armor, and vitality to defend your hero until you are ready to V-trigger and unleash your full power. The large range of heroes, items, and abilities will allow you to customize your deck, play, and battle for supremacy. So, jump into the Interverse now by selecting your hero, equip weapons and armor, and vanquish your enemies. Kickstarter is only the beginning.
What's going on, Vanquishers? Charlie here, back with another State of the Game. We got a lot of great updates. We had an exciting weekend. We got a lot of things. As you can see, I'm really pumped. My voice might sound a little raspy because I was yelling and talking a whole lot during the event this weekend. But we got a lot to cover for you guys, and we really do appreciate everybody new. If you're new tuning into the stream, welcome. You're in for a treat. But before we get started with the actual updates and everything within the project of the Vanquishers TCG, we love to introduce the developers behind this project. My name is Charlie. I am the creator and one of the developers of the Vanquishers TCG.
And what's going on, everybody? You know me, I'm Jason. I'm one of the creators of Vanquishers TCG. I handle the social media, marketing, and the administration on the back end. If you have any questions, you want to know anything about what's going on with Vanquishers TCG, you talk to me first, and then I'm going to direct you to one person on this great team that's going to talk to you about your solution or answer your questions.
Oh, yeah.
Like me, Jose Juan Pablo III. And you know what I do here. I make you happy because I give you stuff, and you know what I'm saying? But me, I am the web and app developer for you. Thank you very much.
That was spicy.
Go,
Brandon, before he says something else.
He runs with Juan Pablo.
What's going on, Vanquishers? You already know who I am. I am the game balancer. Let's go.
Hey, man, you know what, Jose? You a beast, bro. You know people tune in just to see you and hear your intro and outros, man. It's crazy,
AKA
man.
Mr. Taka Taka, you know what I'm saying.
Taka, yo, sound effects.
Taka.
Yo, we had a lot of great fun this weekend. We just, I mean, nothing but open love with everybody that came to show up. I mean, we had people flying in from all over the place to come see us. I mean, just local people, just all the brand new people that just got to see our brand. We just want to say welcome and thank you if you are tuned in tonight, or if you do watch this on later date. We really do appreciate you guys being part of our community, and we know we have a lot that you're going to be looking for. So before we get started, we typically cover all of our topics between the social media network, the web and app updates, and our tabletop simulator and physical card game updates. So we're going to go ahead and pass the baton, Jason, you ready to run this Olympic lap? To Mr. Jason here to go ahead and cover the social media network.
All right, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend, because I can say that the VTCG team had a incredible weekend. We connected on a lot of levels with a lot of new people. A lot of people that are already part of the community literally came to TCG Con to play our game, to interact with us, to hang out with us, to come see us specifically. Literally, Brandon was going over the gameplay with some of the guys, and literally when they were done, they're like, yeah, we're leaving now. He's like, well, you could walk around and come back. They're like, no, we just came to see you guys. Right, B?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had
there,
people flying
like,
in from different states.
to
Awesome.
figure out how to play the game. That's all we're here for. Let's run it. And it was a good time.
Yeah, so
it was amazing.
It was crazy. It was crazy. We literally were throwing up videos lives throughout the whole process, so you guys see in live action what was happening. And I'm gonna give you guys a little side story of what was happening at the TCG as well, just so you can understand. And this is just something I want to say is, if you do good in the world, you get good back. And that's why we always try to stay positive, and we always push for the community, and we always try to make sure we help anyone and everyone that's in this community as much as we can. So when we came to TCG Con, there were a lot of tournaments going on, and there were only 3 TCGs at TCG Con, and one of the TCGs was Kai Berserk, and they were right next to us. They're a new TCG that's coming out of Florida. And when they were,
really cool dudes.
you know,
really
cool dudes, we talked to them before we got set up, you know, we were all set up and before everyone came in for the convention. And we told them, hey, this is the way we normally do it. Cause at Tampa Comic-Con, we did the same thing with booths next to us. We were directing people to them if they came to us, and told them, hey, you can direct people to us if they go to you. And let's just get this mutual thing going so that both our games can flourish and get players in it and stuff like that. And literally, shout out to Kai Berserk. They sold out all their product in the first day. They said they came a little. They underestimated how much people would buy. We helped some people from our game that came specifically for us to check out their game. And with that happening, they didn't come back on Sunday to do the second day of the convention. And they blessed us with their booth area. Because they were right next to us. So instead of a 10 by 10 on the second day, we ended up with the 20 by 20 or 10 by
8, 20 by 8, no, 20 by 16.
Yeah. We had double booth space. So that allowed us, if you look at the videos on Instagram, the lives, that allowed us to have basically a whole gaming area and a demo area, and then Zips area for people to look at artwork and talk about the comic book, with the TVs playing in the background, and our whole setup really just flourished, and we were able to bring in a lot of people. If you guys watch the videos on the live, if people were there from there, you could see that we literally had honestly, I feel like, and I'm not trying to toot our own horn in the sense of anything, we probably had more traffic at our booth than probably any other booth in there that was based on TCG game, a new TCG game. And like I say, guys, the moral of the story is if you do good for people, good comes back to you. So we just want to keep spreading good love to everybody and all the other TCGs in this indie TCG world. So bless up to Kai Berserk. Thank you for blessing us with that 10 by 10 to let us expand and be able to show the game off and actually sit down with people and play the game. Literally on Sunday, we had non-stop gameplay was happening.
We had tournament players, people that were there to play the tournament, in between to stop in and just to play the game and then make it back to the tournament. Like they were adamant about playing it.
And that was because Kai Berserk blessed us. We were able to set up that table, and people were able to just come and just sit down and just hang out for a while and play the game. It was real cool.
So and just so you guys know, if you are a TCG, I always recommend gameplay, and this is our method. This is what we believe in. Gameplay is first. Gameplay over everything. If you want your gameplay to be vetted, you want your gameplay to be played, and you want to get a player base, I would recommend you going and getting a booth at TCG Con.
Absolutely.
That's what the mainstay of their convention is for gameplay. They had Digimon tournament going on, they had an MTG tournament going on, and I think they had a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Brandon, your one friend that was there was running a tournament as well. What were they running?
Yeah, my friend was there. They were hosting Fab tournaments.
So
Flesh and Blood.
And just so you guys know, that's Brandon's good homie. So we got to connect on people who know how to judge tournaments. So I think we might be talking to him about helping out judge our tournaments when we start doing our tournaments and TCG Con as well. Just be on the lookout for that. You know, we always look at the vision of the long term. We don't look at the short term. So it might be in the future, but we definitely are going to have competitive play. And then the other cool thing is we literally had people from the tournament come to our booth and say, I'm going to go play the tournament and come right back. And guess what?
They came right back.
Every single person came right back. They brought their friends. They brought multiple players that they played against. The cool thing was we had somebody from the last guy who played with Brandon, his name was Stitch. Shout out to Stitch. I started playing with him, but I ended up having to talk some business marketing with some people that were talking about.
I did the fill-in.
So Brandon
tag team.
He tagged me out so I could go talk to somebody about
put the Luchador and Rey Mysterio's mask.
Yo, you know what the worst part is? I played so many games, I can't even remember if I won or lost. I don't know.
He's like, did I lose? Did I win? I don't know.
Shout out to Stitch. He's in the building.
Stitch, what up, baby?
Yo, what's good, Stitch?
Yeah.
We really love the feeling of somebody staying past the convention being open to play the game, play our game, and hang out with us. Like I tell people, that's the moments. That's the real things that matter. That's the parts of the reason we put all this hard work in, is to have those beautiful moments, because it's called the beautiful struggle. That's what life is. So
Right.
shout out to Stitch. We had another gentleman, I think in our Discord, his name is Prodigy. He actually was in the tournament for another TCG at the convention, and he won the PlayStation 5 from it.
Yeah.
And literally after he won it, he came to our booth, and he got all our starter decks, and he played Vanquishers with me, and he didn't understand he didn't understand some certain parts. So when I broke it down for him, he was like, wow. And I killed him in like 3 shots. So you guys know the games can go really fast if you get your cards out. And he came back to us, and he was loving it. He's actually going to be, I just made a new role in Discord for locals in Florida. So if you're in Discord and you want to get the role for locals, so you guys can kind of connect and say, oh, we're going to go to this LGS to play the game, so that you can ping each other. That's a role that we just made new for all the people that met us at TCG Con that are local and stuff like that want to connect and play the game and test the game out and stuff like that. Not to toot my horn, but I just barely beat Brennan. But see, that's what we call sweaty moments. That's part of the
sweaty moments, the turn of the fight. You may think you're dominating.
You know what? I remember now, because he got me on decking. That's what it was.
You don't know. You don't know how many times. You don't know how many times you think you're dominating the fight until mid game. You're the guy on the ropes, and it happens so often. It's insane. But that's the beauty of our game. If I would have coughed too hard,
I would have had him.
So moral, basically a summary of what Jason's saying. Any content, or actually any developer that is developing their games, basically what we're trying to explain is that TCG Con is where you go to get the gameplay mechanics, the game players to get to play your game, because they will play your game, they will critique it, they will be brutally honest, and they'll let you know what works and what doesn't work. And if not, they're going to keep asking questions. That is the best part of it. That's how you're going to polish your game. Absolutely. So if you're watching this on live on the stream, go to the TCG Cons. If you're watching this on a later date, go to the TCG Cons and showcase your game. We had a great experience, and the outcome was just absolutely terrific. I'm telling you guys, do that if you want to polish your game out. Absolutely.
Yep. Another cool thing is the guy who came back and I played with him, him and his other buddy told us he was going to break our game. But they both, I beat them both. And they're both Final Fantasy TCG competitive players when it was really heavy. So it's like we had Digimon competitive players, we had Fab competitive players, we had the Final Fantasy competitive players. We had a couple of Magic the Gathering. Yeah. I think Charlie played with a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament player.
Yep.
We had a lot of mix of people of different backgrounds of TCGs try our game out. And guess what? This is the biggest thing that me personally, I always wait for someone to say, yeah, this plays kind of like this game I played. And guess what, guys? No one said that. No one brought anything close to that up. And that's something I pride on our game, that we brought new mechanics. We brought uniqueness to the TCG world with what we have as a game. And I'm really proud of that. So by all means, if something does come up and it is pro that's like that or like this, I totally get it. But so far, we haven't heard it from anybody. And it's really, that's one of those things that I always wait for, so that we can see where it all evolved from, if it did connect to anything like that. So bless up to everybody at TCG Con. Also talk to the people who run it, Dustin Griffith and his team. I talked to them. They run the whole event for the whole across the whole United States. So next year, so if anyone is from another TCG watching this at any point, just so you know that for next year, they're going to start in January, and they're going to do 6 conventions over the whole year. So every other month, they're going to be doing a convention. I'm already in conversations with them so that we can basically buy out booths for every single convention next year with them, because we've been looking for the right convention that lets us get to a player base, because we want the game played, and they are providing that. So we want to go with them for a staple convention that we will be going to. So be on the lookout for that, for your cities that will have them, because more than likely someone in our team or the whole team will be going to their cons. Yeah, JP, as of right now, I think they're all US locations. I think Denver was the closest to up north. I'm not 100. I know Denver was one of theirs. But I really I'm not sure what states exactly. They said they're going to take the next few months to figure out what cities they're going to do their conventions in. But I think Tampa is going to always be one of their convention venues. So that's good for us, because what we plan on doing might not be next year, might be the year after or the midway of next year. We're going to start holding our own tournaments at our booth, so you can actually play and be the champion of that convention. And then when Tampa TCG Con, all the champions are invited to come and win we're going to probably have a nice prize to actually come to Tampa TCG Con and have the final bout against all the champions from every city. So that's kind of a plan for the future of what we're going to do for starting our tournaments, to kind of keep it small, so we can get vetted on how everything flows, and then let it grow from there, bigger, little bit by little bit.
Yeah, just as a reminder, the website does support tournaments, so we're just going to let you guys know that it is something that Jose has drafted on the website. Obviously, we need a little bit more R&D behind it to make sure that we polish it up and make sure that we get the fundings to be able to support it. But we do have it built into our website. So if it's something you're really interested in, if you are a competitive player, be sure to register to our website, so that when we do host tournaments, you'll be able to track your tournaments in the website, what you participated, where you graded, where you scored, and it'll keep a whole track record of that stuff on you on the website.
Yeah, definitely. And shout out to TCG Con. They were very cordial. They communicated pretty well through the whole process. There were a few things that needed tweaking, but I think it was out of their hands of certain. But honestly, they were very gracious. We're very gracious for what they provided us and what we were able to do. They offered the Wi-Fi, the internet, all that stuff for us, and we were in a really good location. I feel like, because as soon as you walk in, you could see our booth. As soon as you look left, and then right next to where we were at geographically was right next to where the food court was. So literally, we had traffic no matter what was happening at our booth. It was a really beautiful thing, and like I say, a lot of this stuff is the powers that be put us in the right place for the right things. And this weekend really put us in that place of giving us, that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and we're offering something beautiful to people. Because like I said, we had players at the table, we had collectors at the table, we had people that literally were talking to us about investment into the company at the table, which we're not ready for anything like that, but definitely having the conversation is very alluding to understanding how somebody wants to look at seeing us exceed expectations and grow. So it was a very great thing. So shout out to everybody that came out to TCG Con. I hope we gave you a good show. We pride ourselves on giving good entertainment and offering people more than just walking up to a booth with cards to look at. We want you to interact, engage, and really feel like you're immersed in what our TCG is. So thank you for being part of that with us. Jose, he was doing the cha-cha mala all weekend, eating chicken
all weekend. You saw me on the live. I was getting it in. Just
giving it to him, right? So shout out to everybody. Now, a little bit of sad news for convention stuff. So guys, we were invited by Stream Team to go to Kansas City, Missouri, Collecticon, and we did plan on going over there. And me and Jose were going to make it out there. I was going to buy his ticket yesterday and get everything situated. But some stuff happened with our connects and network with going out there. And they're not, Stream Team is going to probably not be making it out there. So that means we weren't able to get a booth in time to be at Kansas City Collecticon. So we are not going to try to go out there by foot. We wanted to have a booth when we were out there. So right now we're canceling Kansas City, Missouri Collecticon. We're not going to go out there. But on the other side of it, we've already booked our hotel for Ocala Comic-Con, and I'm already in conversation with the people who run it because it's sold out. And they told me this morning they have 2 booths open right now. So our plan is hopefully they answer me tomorrow morning, because I responded back just to send me the invoice, and we are going to have 2 booths at Ocala Comic-Con with God willing. If it does not happen, then we'll update you guys. But for right now, no matter what, we are going to Ocala Comic-Con to show out and show everybody what we're about. So that's the plan for the next con. The cool thing is the Ocala Comic-Con is on the 17th and 18th of September. Our Kickstarter is on the 13th. And with it being on the 13th, that means the Kickstarter will be live. So the main thing we need to focus on, and what we are going to focus on when we're at Ocala Comic-Con, is going to be gameplay. We're not going to have product to sell, really. We're not doing the promo thing. As if people have been into conventions that we've been at, they know that we don't do a promo thing that says this Collecticon or this Comic Con or this thing. That we feel like that takes away value from our cards. So that's not something that we really we do as a company. But so when we go out there, I'm not going to say we might not have something. I'm waiting in the mail for something. There could be the possibility of having something, but it won't be a promo specifically for the convention, because we got a lot of international people in Canada and Germany that love the game too. And we think it's unfair to have to go to a convention to get something that I think anyone in our community should be able to get. So just be on the lookout. We'll keep you guys updated. Definitely Patreon. If I get that order in, I definitely will show you guys what it is, so you'll see it. But be on the lookout. So we will be promoting the game, focusing on gameplay at Ocala Comic Con. We always focus on that first, but we're going to just be directing people, if they like the gameplay, to go to the Kickstarter and pledge on the Kickstarter, because it's going to be live while we're at the convention. So that's the plan. That's the mission for being at Ocala Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to have any special promos or any product. It's to play the game and go pledge on our Kickstarter if you want to get some product. So just want to make sure. And remember, this is one reminder for Kickstarter. If you're in our Discord, just know all the Discord channels are going to be shut down, and they're going to say a message to go to our Kickstarter if you have any questions or you have any comments, because we want to hit 100 unique comments in the first 24 hours on our Kickstarter page. So when the Kickstarter launches, if you pledge for something on our Kickstarter, please just leave a message saying, I pledged for this because I really like the gameplay, or I pledged for this because I really think this is a collectible game, or whatever spoke to you why you pledged for our game. Please leave a unique comment about why you pledged with us, because that's going to help the algorithm for us in Kickstarter to get us to the front page of their webpage so that more people can see us. So we have a method to the madness. The Discord will not be shut down forever. After the first 24 hours, we'll open it back up so people can chat in the Discord as well. But we're going to be closing down all the channels and directing everyone to the one Kickstarter channel to click on the link to go to the launch page, pledge, and leave a comment. So we would really appreciate. We're trying to hit 100 unique comments within the first 24 hours. If we do that, the first 100 people are going to get a free themed Halloween card that's coming out with the Kickstarter. If you guys if enough of you guys bother us this week, we'll show you what that card looks like.
And for those that want to know, it is definitely a direct damage card. You're definitely going to want this card. You're going to definitely want this to apply that damage.
I'll tell you this. It's fire.
Hot fire like Dylan.
So if enough of you guys bother us in the Discord and say you really want to see the card, let's say if we get 15 unique comments, maybe 20 unique comments of someone, an individual saying, yeah, I want to see the Halloween themed card, then we'll show you next state of the game what the card looks like. If we get about 15 to 20 people to comment in our Discord in the general community channel saying, I want to see this, I want to see the Halloween themed card, we'll show you what it is. But the first 100 unique comments on our Kickstarter, we'll get it for free, and then they unlock it so that anyone can order the remainder of them, and we'll give you the count of how many will be printed of those. It'll be a limited print run on those. So we're slowly going to open up and show you guys what's going to be on Kickstarter. So I would say, like, if you watched the video that we made earlier, or watched the State of Game last Monday, like Eli Harris, our voice actor for the Kickstarter, said, you need to buckle in. You need to buckle on in. So we're going to start showing you guys what's going on, showing you what the tiers are going to be looking like. All that kind of stuff's happening very soon. This week, we're going to be focusing on Kickstarter. We're all yelling at each other right now, saying, do this, do that, and having a good, it's the journey. But if Brandon yells at me again, I'm going to have to come at him.
He's about to take the rest of the shirt off.
Justin, hey, Justin 31, did you see I was playing the game? I didn't lose as many times as I won, I promise you. So, but yeah, so Kickstarter, and then Ocala Comic Con is the green light. We're going to be there no matter what. Kickstarter is coming, and then this week, me and Charlie are going to go to Nerdy Needs to confirm with them if they're okay with us doing our launch party there. So if you are local, come on through. We'll give you the when we're going to be there, the start point, and then you can come from there. And then last thing we're going to talk about is community growth, because I know this is something that all of us were really excited about over the weekend. So literally our last community growth goal that we needed to hit was hitting 3,000 on our Instagram. And when that happened, it was literally before TCG Con happened. It was that Friday night, and it blew our minds. So like, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for any moment where you watched one of our videos, liked it, comments, anything you've done towards helping us reach people. We really appreciate it. We've hit 3,000 followers on Instagram. We're actually, over the weekend, we made like 40 more followers. So we're at 3,040 followers right now on the Instagram. And we couldn't have done this without the people that are here every day, people from the Patreon. Even if you were in the Patreon and you can't be in the Patreon anymore, like, we see you. We don't forget the people that invested in us in the beginning. So just be on the lookout. We're going to bless everybody that's been there from the beginning and everybody coming on board. And so calm down, Jess. I'm gonna get to that. Calm down, bro.
What was that? Nah.
Y'all don't understand. Everybody's excited. Even like Charlie's wife, Etha, she was like, "We hit 3,000!" Like, everybody was screaming. It was. If you guys saw the video, we were playing the arcade. Like, we were all like celebrating.
Look, I can't even fake the funk, man. My wife keeps all the updates on me. I'll be sitting here designing. She's like, "Oh, you know we got XYZ." We got XYZ. I'm like, I didn't know. That's okay. All right. Well, dang, heck yeah, we're growing. I mean, literally, as we turn off our phones, we're getting people to support the project. Like, and it's amazing, and we just want to personally say thank you to everyone that just takes time to acknowledge our project. We appreciate you so much.
Definitely. And just to finish up the roundabout on that, so you know what our community goals were that we crushed. So we crushed the Instagram over the weekend. Our Discord goal was 400. We're at 437 followers in Discord. Oh man, if Ultimate Chaos wasn't busy, he's training for a new job. He was one of the first people in there. Cerberus was one of the first people in there. Yep. They were in there when it looked like a shack. Like, it looked like we had one channel. We had a porta potty channel. Like, it was crazy. And now to have such a big following in there, and people really seeing that the game is something that's going to change. I feel like we're going to change things for the rest of it, for people's experience in TCG world and the TCG world. And that could be me being a little arrogant, but I know we bring something very unique to the table.
No, we definitely do. We definitely, because everyone that played the game, Jason, has totally said that this is a different but refreshing gameplay. So we're definitely bringing something new to the table.
Yeah, and they're all player based. Everybody there was there to play the games and be in the tournaments. And then the last one was our Kickstarter pre-launch page. I checked it a few hours ago. Our goal was hitting 200. I think we hit that goal about a month, like not even a month ago, maybe like a week and a half, 3 weeks ago at the most. Right now we're at 342 followers on our pre-launch page on Kickstarter. This has exceeded what we expected, and this exceeded what we were aiming for. But we can't stop the hustle, so we're gonna push for the next goal. Is gonna be 450 before the Kickstarter. I think we can do it. I believe in this community. I believe in who somebody knows somebody who would like this. So next goal is 450, but we crushed it. 200, we're at 342. Like, everything, it's unbelievable. So we hit our goal.
That majority after once we got to the TCG game.
Yeah, but shout out to all the we sent out review kits to 5 different content creators. The 3 that have already did reviews on our box. The very beautiful thing, about these 3 different content creators that looked at our review kits, that me and Charlie were talking about, like two little kids just giggling in the corner.
Yo.
The first one to unbox us was Tabletop Gaming Guild. They were the first content creators to reach out to us to talk about our game. Compared to any other content creator, they weren't the first ones to do an interview with us, but they were the first to reach out to us and say they want to help us. They want to see our game flourish. So that when they did their unboxing, it was just like a general unboxing, showing what's in the contents and giving their feedback on it. So it was that was cool. You know, we liked that. And then Cardboard Addicts podcast, who we did an interview with, they got their review kit and they really focused on the quality of our cards. So just so you guys know, there's some new people in the Vanquishers TCG family now. You new Vanquishers, just so you know, if you got a test deck from us, if you got it from us this weekend, we already explained it to you. Just know that these test decks are just test decks to play the game. The quality of these cards are average. They are the same as a Pokemon card or MTG card. If you got our VST card, that reflects what our final cards are going to feel like, are going to be in thickness. And Cardboard Addicts podcast, they really focused on showing that. If you watch their unboxing of it, they basically show you the difference between a standard Pokemon card compared to one of our standard cards and how much our quality is so much better. We have a very premium card stock that we're going with for our cards. So they focused on that part of it. So that was like, wow, like we got a general unboxing, then we got to focus on quality. And then we had Dr. Applesauce blessed us on Instagram and did an unboxing, a partial unboxing and showing our product. And he was so excited about the gameplay and wanting to play the game. So he really got to let people know like the gameplay is strong and it's a beautiful thing. And I think the 3 that unboxed for us hit nails on the head, and they really talked about different things with getting the same review kit. And that's something that I wanted to allude to, because that gets to show you guys that we're giving you product that's quality, that you can play, that you're going to be able to have a great time with. So shout out to all the people that are unboxing our stuff. Also, we met up with Pokeleta. She's a Pokemon content creator on Instagram. She's Tampa Bay local. She got one of our cyber cards and she showed it to her community. And she actually came to our booth and we took pictures with her, and she shouted us and she said we had a beautiful game and she loved the cards. I actually gave her some Saigon Rage cards to do giveaways, so you might be on the lookout. She'll do some giveaways, because over the weekend we had less than 100 Saigon Rage cards left. What I'll say right now is we have less than 60 of them left at this point. So
out of 500.
Out of 500. So
yeah,
there's
so
only 60
limited
left in our possession.
Also, another quick shout out. Listen, I gotta say this. Sean's stuff, when you reviewed our test decks, it was awesome. If you have not seen it, please go to Share Your Community, and he's in there with as Sean's stuff. He reads the comic book, and let me tell you something, I was dying laughing when he was doing the bedtime story version of the comic book. When I tell you my man was sound effects accident it, yo, Jose, you gotta run for your money, because Sean, yo, he killed that, bro, with the sound effects, blam, 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 yo. He had me rolling, and I was driving in the car, listening and watch. I mean, I don't even recommend you guys looking at a video while driving, but I just couldn't help myself. He was so entertaining that when he was reading the comic book, man, it was just epic. I highly recommend everybody check out Sean's stuff. His reviews are just like really down to earth. I mean, the guy is just very, very energetic and entertaining. It just kind of, it was very awesome. I really wanted to shout that out. Personally, I enjoyed watching that video.
Shout out to Sean stuff. He actually done 2 videos. He did an initial unboxing because he got one of the Wave 1 Solarises when we first did the first wave of the test decks. So you can watch that one. And he did a second unboxing, and we gave him some extra goodies because he did that without even telling us he was going to do an unboxing of our game on the first wave when we first came out with the test decks. So shout out to him. Appreciate you, brother. Like, see you. He's going to be at Ocala Comic-Con. So guess what? I'm a hugger. Brandon might stop me from trying to hug you because he's a hater. But I'm going to try to give you a hug, Sean.
I'm all in love, okay?
Brandon, you're not going to put your palm on my forehead and hold me back. And then I'm not going to be able to do nothing. All right.
You know, I've been practicing my Heisman.
The Heisman? One leg?
The one leg, stiff arm.
My dog. So, and then said all that to shout everybody out. TCG Con was beautiful. Everything's beautiful. And the community growth is incredible. Immaculate. You guys are awesome. And then we'll go to what Justin was asking about, because, you know, he keeps bringing up, you know, we hit the goal. So that means we're going to do an energy overload card. This is going to be the last one before the Kickstarter launches. So this is the last time we're going to do it, where it's going to be in the rainbow foiling. So if you guys know our foiling, if you've seen our card, you know our standard foiling is a specialty foiling that I've not seen on any other TCG. And going forward after Kickstarter, that's going to be our main foiling.
Foil
You're
effect.
not going to see any of the rainbow foiling anymore. You're not going to.
Until further notice.
Until further
Yeah,
notice.
yeah, you can never
Crazy.
say
Yeah,
anymore.
we might
first edition,
we might be
bring
mixing
something
some
back.
of that rainbow foil with the
Yeah, yeah.
stylized foil, and you never know what we got in the
Yeah.
future.
So just know that this is the last one probably for a long time. So the way we do the energy overload cards, all you have to do is be registered on our website. That's all you have to do to be entered in it. And then what we're going to do this week is we're going to pick some cards from the set. And I think me and Brandon were talking earlier before we started, and we are going to actually pull 3 cards you guys have probably never seen before. And one of those cards we'll let the Patreon members vote on which one is going to be the one that will become the new energy overload card. So the faster you guys vote, the faster we order it, and then when it's here, we'll do the giveaway. And it's the last energy overload before Kickstarter. So just know that this is some exclusive stuff. We only print 16 of these cards for you guys to have.
Wait, I thought you said you made more goals.
We're gonna make more goals for the next time.
Well, you gonna hit those goals before the next kits. Before
If
the
we hit them
Kickstarter.
before, hey, listen,
You're gonna
if
hit
we
those next goals before
if we hit the next
Kickstarter.
goals before,
Then we're gonna do another pop
Kickstarter.
16. So
we're
it
gonna
can't
have
be
to
the
print
last
another
one.
pop 16. So
Exactly.
you know,
Shout out to Stitch for the Prime, man.
Oh yeah, much
Oh, we getting
love,
primed
much
on us?
love, Much love.
I'm
That's
talking about,
LOVE.
Stitch.
LOVE
Out-
right
out,
there.
Stitch.
All right, Mr. Jason,
So-
is that pretty much the social media network? Are we moving on to the next? Do we have any other updates?
I'm gonna give you guys a little.
Oh, here
Should
we
I
go.
show 'em a little
Got
something?
some flavor. Go ahead, throw some flavor across that screen.
So this is something for Kickstarter, guys. So full disclosure, when we were getting the cyber promos done, our printer miscut them and had some error cards on the first print run they did. If you were in the Patreon, we actually live opened them on the spot, and everyone got to see all of our faces drop to our behinds because we were pretty upset about it.
Oh,
Yeah?
I was.
Randy was mad.
I was like, what?
So our
what was upset
Patreon
for saying
community
this?
saw our faces when we were trying to showcase it. Yeah, it was a
We're trying to
bit.
give early access, and
Yeah, it
a whole
was-
different
it
kind of
was-
access.
That was not the live stream we were expecting to do. That was.
You guys just got me reliving the moment, and it was embarrassing, man.
All right, guys. So I'll show you 2 different error cards. I'm gonna unblur my background so you guys can see what I'm gonna show you what happened.
This is funny.
All right. So there were 500. This was a 500 print run. That's what we printed for the Saigon cards. So if you look at this card, you're like, oh, that looks like the cyber card, right? It looks like something that you would be like, oh, that's a card, right? So the big problem with this card is, so that you guys can understand, if you look really close to the card, which the glossing might not let you really see it, there's indentions on this card, like somebody sat on it with then they had machine gears in their behind. So if you look, you can kind of see imprints on this.
Hold on, Jason. I'm sorry. I have to clarify something. Jose, why were you coming from under your desk? I just gotta throw that out there. I just saw you come out of your desk like a little clamshell. Well, come on, so what was that, bro?
If you guys look close, you see that there's some indentions like right here on the cards. So literally, we have the most awesome printer. I can FaceTime, text, call, email whenever I want, and he will usually message me back, or somebody on his team will. And if you see,
I
that,
see them.
see it,
Yeah,
Charlie?
you
You
can
see it
definitely,
right there?
absolutely, you can see the line.
Right there, you see, like it looks like somebody put a paper clip
Like,
on there.
it looked like a military. It looked like a military tank drove right over that one.
And
Actually,
those corners.
yeah.
Like
Those
not every
corners are
card is like that.
absolutely-
Some of them are like that. But if you're looking at the card, you're like, oh, okay, that happened. That's easy to see. But the other crazy part is, and we've never ordered the cards any other way than the way we always order them. This is one of our VST cards. This is our standard sizing of cards. Do you guys see the problem?
Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to give a shout out to Bernie Mac on Transformers 1 when he said he was custom faded. Ours were custom cut short when it shouldn't have been.
You guys see that right there? So somebody cut these in the whole wrong kind of size.
Yeah, someone took her to a plastic surgery, gave her the slim.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's what happened. So they're miscut, and they have a bunch of like paper. It looked like paper clips were mashed into them, indented in them. There's also a few. The worst ones have it where like there's just white cutoffs where the printing didn't go where it was supposed to go. So we have 500 of these. What we're going to do is we have these things. I know people have seen these things before, right?
I don't know. Those look like they look like grading slabs. Okay.
Grading slabs.
What you doing with those, Jason?
What we're gonna do with
what
these?
What you about to do with those?
Every backer in Kickstarter is gonna get one of these misprint or miscut cards. It's gonna go from the top, from the worst all the way down. In the top window here, it's gonna be serialized, like 1 of 500, 2 of 500, 3 of 500.
Oh, so you're telling me only 500 people can get those?
Only 500 pledges can get these.
That's it.
Anything that is not got will be destroyed, and we'll do that on film for you guys if you want. But they'll all be slabbed. We're gonna make our own custom label in here, and we're gonna serialize all of them for full transparency. Just for backing us, you guys get it.
Yep.
So every person that backs and gets it, we will give you one. If we hit a stagnant point where only X amount of people are, say we stay at like 250 and there's 250 left before the end of the Kickstarter, we might throw it on the backer kit as an add-on if you want to buy another one to get a different number. Just so you know. And you guys can also tell us, hey, do you want us to sign them as well or anything like that? And we'll consider that if you guys tell us that's something you might think of. So the cool thing is, this is just something because we love our community and we know people like to have these kind of things. So it'll look like that. So you'll see that it's a misprint. We're gonna figure out the best way to make sure. We might put a sleeve on it on the inside to make it not move around, because if I hit it hard enough, it will move. So we might put a thick sleeve on all of them so that it does not move.
Right. And those that have ever had our clamshell quality and all of our other stuff knows we come correct. So we'll make sure that we do secure it in the best way as possible for the cards.
Yeah. So, and that will be the only time, like I said, and then the point that I wanted to bring up about our printer is literally I emailed, because we was like at the middle, we were always working all the time. It was probably like between like 5 and 9 o'clock at night when we got the box opened in front of everybody. And I literally emailed him right as that happened, and not even like 30 to 40 minutes later, his team emailed me back that they already forwarded the information. Well, actually, they said, hey, can you send pictures and text them directly to my contact for the company? And I texted to him literally the next morning when I spoke to him. He was like, we're already reprinting your cards. That's how quick and fast our printers are. And they, on top of that, at that time, what was happening, we had 1,000 of the VSTI cards for the free giveaway for them ordered. So this was in the middle of getting done while the reprints of these were getting done. And what they said is, they fully did it with no cost of reprinting the 500 for the cyber promos. And then on top of that, they said they were going to expedite the shipping to 24-hour shipping for both cards. We have a really, really awesome printer that communicates and does not play around when it comes to making sure that they take care of us. So if you guys want the confidence in what we're doing, they're an American-based company. Just so you guys know, I've asked multiple times if they could go ahead and give us some video of their printing, but they say it's so, because you guys know this is especially printing that I think they're the only US based company that prints this kind of foiling. You can probably find it out the country. They built their facility specifically to print foiling like this. And they will not give us any kind of imaging because it's so proprietary, and the NDA we have with them. So
we wanted to do a tour and film it, and they were like, nah.
The NDA, because of the NDA, they work with other like higher end companies that are not to be disclosed. So unfortunately, they're not allowing nobody to get in there. And just to be
thing is, we got some cool stuff to give people just for backing us. So that's for you guys.
To be clear, the error that occurred was that they cut them down to business card size. So that's what happened. So essentially, they're a little smaller because they're about business jumped
on them. And then threw them out the back door.
Yeah,
rolled over.
The foiling is still crazy.
Yeah, it's still nice. I mean, if you guys ever seen any of the foilings, These are gonna be a top primo thing. In fact, every time I see one, I have to laugh because of the live stream that we did, guys. There's so much history to that card that is just more than, and we're gonna give a piece of that away for free for everybody that has pledged us because it was epic. My jaw dropped, and if I was able to shut the live screen off, I would have, but I couldn't. Yeah. It was funny.
And we're also going to probably put void seals on the ends of each side of these slabs as well.
Yeah, to make sure you guys know that it's been sealed directly to us.
So sorry to take up a lot more time than we normally do. We had a lot of stuff going this weekend, so we had to talk about a lot of stuff. So sorry I took up so much time, guys. Brandon, don't hurt me, okay?
All right, Mr. Jason, we appreciate you with the social media network updates, guys. If you have any questions about any of these things, you can feel free to ask. If you're watching this on a later date, please shoot the message below the video itself or chat with us on Discord. We're on there often, very, very, very often. All right, Mr. Web and App and updates. We got Mr. Jose Juan Pablo Chileta Chancleta, the guy that goes under the table.
Because everyone's picking a number. Just so you guys know, my favorite number is 7. Charlie's is 36, and then 21 is also a special number to Vanquishers. So
and you'll be seeing that throughout our series, by the way.
Yeah, those are special numbers.
Pretty good.
Sorry, go ahead.
Great. Yeah, so pretty much I want to thank everybody that did come to Tampa TCG and checked out the game. They also got to check out the app, and they were mind blown of how good it looked, especially with Charlie. Charlie was showing it off way more than I was, but from the comments that I saw while watching him display the game, it was mind blowing. And I'm actually happy for building this, and hopefully more can come from it to expand. And like I said, we have more plans on making this thing way bigger than what you've seen so far. And I didn't really get to do much because of the whole trying to get everything together for this Comic-Con. Well, not Comic-Con, for this TCG Con. And that's my whole speech for the day. I'm so sorry. Jason took up most of my time. I have no time left. So I'm blaming him.
All right, well, you can take the blame. Number one thing that we did have a good time actually showcasing at the game was that anyone that did come by the booth managed to see the G14 classified beyond foil effect with the cards. They got to see it firsthand.
This got declassified. I thought
it was
the
D.
powers
It was
from
D.
above came down and told us to go ahead
See,
and
Brandon,
let us declassify
listen,
that.
let me tell you something. You guys, y'all know me in the community. I'm the one to spill the beans. Brandon right now is spilling the pintos. It's the reason why it's still classified, because there's so much more to this that we're working on. See, now, Brandon, come on now. Don't be doing that. We got to get the verification before we spill the beans. My man's done put pink beans with the red beans.
Look, I could have sworn there was a memo out there that slid across my desk.
No, it was probably something else. But yeah, it's still the G14 classified because we're still working on other effects that we're allowing this to do. But the people that did see this and got to experience this gave us nothing but raving reviews about, wow, this is a whole nother level of what you guys are doing with your game. This experience factor that you're doing, bringing the card to life with a digital app within the Alteza app, right? And there's more features that are coming with this Alteza app. We just need to get that time. And again, Jose's been trying to put that R&D behind it to be able to expand it where it needs to go. Again, we managed to pull off one of the beyond foil effects, which again took quite a bit of our personal time to create, but we wanted to make sure that we could showcase that for you guys to see what we're doing. It's easier to show people what we're talking about than to keep talking about it, if that makes any sense. So that's essentially what we went for. Go ahead, Jose.
And the funny thing is that you're seeing competitors of these people that play these games like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden they come to our table for the first time and then see this great app that
does more than just more as a counter. It's more than just a counter.
Right.
It does much more.
Even the counter, they were kind of impressed with it because they were like, all right, that's cool. I like that. And then when you hit them with the AR.
Yeah, we actually had a guy that came by that is into the technical virtual reality and all this stuff, but he was under NDA too with another company. but he couldn't really disclose too much of what he did, but gave a good recommendation, which we appreciate, by the way. If you're watching this, I'm gonna personally say thank you. When we do tournaments or any of the kind, and we do the video recording of it, there's a way that we could be able to utilize that filter of the app to be able to showcase the viewers the cards being used in the Beyond Foil effect. That way you'll be able to see it under the filter, watching it through a screen, but the players wouldn't really be able to see it because they're obviously using it directly, but the camera that's recording it will be able to show you those effects. And this is other things that we're experimenting, aka why, Brandon, we're calling this the G14 Classified.
G14.
Oh, there you go. Look, he just did it for you guys again on the effect. Look at him. He's just spinning the card, man. Look, right now, Jose's flexing.
Jose got the same memo
just
that
flexing. He just flexed on you guys right now is what Jose's doing. But yeah, man, again, we appreciate everybody that came by to be able to experience this and give your feedback. We appreciate you guys with that. Jose, do we have anything else about the web and app? Is there any other updates other than you potentially putting the card listing out?
This is not an update, but I love you all.
Right, there you go. That's an update. He's showing love.
Tell him about that merch, Jose.
Oh, the merch, of course. Well, I mean, you can go to the merch store and buy our stuff, and everything that you buy all goes back into the game, and it's good to do.
Where's this store at? What store? Where did they go to get it?
Vanquishers TCG.com/merch. You get all the goodies, stuff like this. Did we even talk about Redfoot? Redfoot came to see us.
Redfoot?
Yeah.
Shout out to Redfoot.
Shout out to Redfoot, bro.
How Jason?
How disrespectful, man! My man flew miles and miles to come see us and play the game, talk about the game, support the game.
We were all blown away by that. He came all the way
specifically to see our game. Specifically, yeah, we need to highlight that man.
And I got to sit down and play with them, which was just to get to play with someone who actually came that far to play. Like, it was a good experience. I felt blessed.
Blessed by the best.
Blessed by the super best. Oh, this thing just went.
Jose, we gonna put anything new, a new item on the
So just for you guys to see on our actual website, on the actual merch store right here, what Jose was talking about, you want to go ahead and click this tab right here at the very top. Once you go to VanquishersTCG.com,
and we're gonna put that comic book.
Look how beautiful the website still looks, man. We're gonna be updating this website soon. Again, we're still focusing on the Kickstarter to make sure that we're hitting the trajectory we need to be at for the Kickstarter. But once we get that down locked, we're gonna be revisiting our website directly.
Hey, Jose, they asking when you gonna put the underwear up on the website.
That's the G15-16 classified.
Oh, okay.
So you guys go ahead and visit
don't
the
worry.
tab up at the top.
I'll market that. Don't worry.
There you go.
Okay, all right.
So we still do got our test decks up available. I don't know how long these stuff are gonna still be up here. We ran completely low during the actual event again, and we appreciate everybody that did support the project and did support the test decks and the mats and went on ahead and get through it. But you guys can get our merch right here at our website at www.vanquisherstcg.com. All the funds going into this project goes 100% back into the project. So we do appreciate you guys' support, and 100% in and out, guys. So Jose, is there anything else we need to cover on our web and app updates, brother?
I think we're good.
Look, Mr. Jose, you're gonna spread some more love.
Soon to come out, comic book. Beware, soon. Like maybe tonight, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe another day.
Too many maybes, man. Let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. All right, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the actual tabletop or the physical game updates. We're going to be talking about our tabletop and physical game updates for you guys. Mr. Brandon, where can the community go? The new people that are in our community, where can they go to play this game, to be able to experience this game beyond a convention? If they can't see us at a convention, if they're in a whole other area, where, what time, how, who, what, when, where? Go ahead, lay that down for us.
So all you got to do is come find me Sunday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can play with either Tabletop Simulator. We have a free mod on the website, that beautiful website that Jose built, VanquishersTCG.com. You go on there, there's going to be a link for our mod that is free. TTS isn't free, but our mod is free. And TTS is on Steam, Is it
Yep.
Steam?
Yep.
Yeah,
Steam.
it's on Steam. And also, if you go to that very same website, we have the print and play, which is also free, and I can play on webcam. So if you go to the merch store and buy some decks, maybe you came to the con and bought some decks. Maybe you were at a LGS that had some decks,
Or-
wherever you got them from.
Yeah, or maybe they went to our website and did the free print and play and just slid them right into the
or
back of
maybe
the
you do
sleeves,
free
right?
print and play. However you do it, we can also play via webcam. There's a lot of people who prefer to play physical. There's some people who like digital. So whatever your flavor is, and even if you're don't want to play, you can watch us play. You can hop in, chat, hang out, learn to play. But every Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, be there or be square.
What if they want to be octagon?
We don't do that. It's either be there or be a square.
All right, so essentially what
There's no
Brandon
other
is trying to
choice.
tell you guys is that we give so many different outlets and ways to experience the game. We want to make sure that we can put this game in front of you in every way, shape, or form, or every way possible, between digital version, between a printed play version, or if you just don't want to print it play or play digital, you have the option to go in and go to our website, get the test deck series, which will include your dice, your hardware, and it'll also include your full build deck, and you can play live on the stream with the camera. Or
Those test decks are really low.
yeah.
Really
They
low
are
count.
running very low count. By the way, so a lot of that stuff might even be removed from the website, especially before the Kickstarter. So we just want to go ahead and run that by you guys. But if you didn't manage to get the test decks, you can still print and play. So that's still an option. But there's multitudes
And getting those test decks, hopping on the TTS, doing the print and play, it really helps us out. When you give us that feedback afterwards, when you tell us, this is what we liked, what we didn't like, this is where we saw maybe you can improve this, where you could do this. Hey, maybe we just saw a basic typo or something. All that feedback helps us to build a better game. And that's why we got so many different avenues to actually play the game.
Which honestly is why we appreciated doing everything at the TCG Con and all the players that played with us at TCG Con, because they managed to play the game and immediately give us direct feedback, and that helps. And I cannot stress
and the
this.
best part is they're not invested, so they have no reason to
Give
BS
us correct. Yeah, they played it for free. They went on ahead and told us how they felt about it, and whether if it was good or negative, we took it with what it is, and they gave great solutions if there was any negative feedback, or if they just couldn't find something wrong with the game, right? So they gave us actual feedback that was usable. And this is why I say, if you are a game developer watching this stream or watching our game, we cannot stress how important this is. Get people to play your game, and get people to especially go to these TCG cons. Those are going to be your player base. Those are going to be the people that you're going to want to play to test the games and be able to help critique it. We have people at our TCG con that that wanted to break the game, that was like telling us, hey, we're going to buy a couple decks, we're going to play at home, and we're going to break it and then give you our report. And we had a couple people that wanted to play live, which played with us live, that wanted to break the game. It was like, we couldn't quite find it yet, but we're going to go ahead and play more at home with a couple friends, and then we're going to find a way to see if we could break the game.
And we had people on all sides of the spectrum. We had people who absolutely loved it, where they're like, I don't see anything wrong. And then we had people who were like, I kind of didn't like that.
Certain mechanics, this,
or, this or that. So we got a good mix of feedback, and that's really what's going to drive our game, drive the gameplay, to really see what is working, what isn't working, and what people are actually enjoying. So.
Right. And we had a great time doing it. And again, we appreciate everyone's feedback. Again, that's what makes this a strong, better game, because of that feedback. It helps us redevelop and make sure that we got a rock solid and polished game. Next thing we want to talk about, we have launched Raskin on Tabletop Simulator. He's officially available. If you guys are on Tabletop Sim, you got to play our Sentinel. He is currently available right now on Tabletop Sim to review his deck build, to be able to play the character. Just 31 managed to build an actual video on a breakdown of Raskin, what he's included, what's not included. For those that do not play Tabletop Simulator, check his video out. He'll go in and showcase a little bit of what to expect with the Sentinel class heroes, what they're capable of. I mean, he goes into a nice breakdown, and I believe he's going to be playing the game a little bit and giving you guys a strong synergy with Raskin directly. So definitely
Yeah,
want to make
just-
sure.
just 31. He really
yeah,
did.
we
do
really
a
appreciate
solid on that video breakdown.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate your support, your time, the time your personal time you're taking to review these games, do these things for us. We really do appreciate that you're doing this to help the community get that cutting edge and that direct information about specific heroes to be able to choose and like. I could be here speaking volumes on how we appreciate your time for that. We really do. Next thing we want to talk about is balancing the cards. Make sure that the grammatic errors and things like that is still in effect. I'm trying to finalize, hopefully by tomorrow, every single card should be updated and finalized for the most part. We're going to go through one more screening with all the devs, and then we should be completely rock steady with the cards as far as 100% ready to be released. Then it's going to go into Jose's hands, just like Allstate. It'll be in good hands with Mr. Jose.
He's called me a Hosan.
You're a Jose.
No,
Roseanne. Yeah, what was that?
Hosan.
I could have called you Roseanne. I mean, I don't know.
Roseanne.
So it's gonna end up going into Jose. Jose, is that better? Josie, chuleta, chancleta.
That's better.
All right, está bien. No te preocupes. I got your back like a vertebrae.
Oh, yo, real quick, let me answer this question in the chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fluent already answered it. Yeah, so you lose 1 life point for each card you can't draw. So you have a max hand of 8, and once you lose all the cards in your deck. So if you're unable to draw a card for any reason, whether it's you have a max hand of 8 or there's no more cards in your deck, then you start losing life points. So
correct. The moment you cannot draw a card for any reason, it is considered a life point per card that cannot be drawn. So yes, that's how that works. But yeah, so hopefully we answered that question. If not, you can go ahead and message and we'll try to clarify that a little bit more for you. But Jose's gonna end up receiving the cards, and we plan. And again, Jose's working. What's the word, Jose?
Diligently.
He's working. He's working diligently on the back end of the website, trying to make sure that we don't just put a listing of cards, right? We don't want to just put a whole gallery of cards for you to review the cards independently. We believe in taking it to the next level and something a little bit more intuitive to be able to find what you're looking for. So he's actually building every single card illustration to be trackable. If you only want to see Conjurer cards, it's going to filter the entire list to only show you what's playable with Conjurers. He's doing the listings to be able to verify what are energy type cards, what are direct damage type cards, what are energy class based cards, or I mean, it's going to filter very personal to the things you want to use. And that is what he's going to utilize the entire database to build a track system. Of course, it's going to take a little bit more funds to be able to get us to polish it out, but he is currently building that on the back end of the website. It will be something available, and we're also working on, look at his smile, he's so excited about this part right here. We're also finding a way to be able to build your own custom deck and save it on your profile to get your dream deck.
I don't know how Jose does it. How do you do it, Jose?
I don't know.
And wait,
I don't know how
there's
you do it.
more.
There's more. Let me take some notes.
Whoa, there's more, even more, Jose?
I gotta keep taking notes on this.
No, so if you guys have any suggestions, please shoot that message to Jose. He has a whole wonderful section on Discord.
As many suggestions as you can come up with, shoot them all over to Jose.
You know, little Miss A is gonna come on and be like, "You better be getting on it. You be getting on it."
Funny, man. Yeah, so yeah, we are going to be working on an entire intuitive website. I know that the website's still been kind of, what's the point of registering? We had some people like, we're registered, but how much more intuitive? It's going to be very interactive. I promise you guys, once we have our Kickstarter out, once we have the cards out, it's going to be a way to be able to communicate with people directly that has these cards, to be able to trade. We plan on having a gallery area where you can trade with people to get the cards you're looking for. We're going to be able to have areas where, again, you can search for specific cards and be able to filter through it and find specifically for your synergy, right? Because we have 150 different cards in our game, but we want you to find specifically what you're looking for. We got people in our community that's like, yo, I'm Conjurer only. I don't want to be looking through these Assassin cards. I don't want to be looking through these Sentinel cards. Cool. Hit this Conjurer and see what works for a Conjurer build, and you'll be able to see everything right then and there. That's what we're going to be working on the complexity of. So that's what we're trying to finalize. Once we get that done by tomorrow, we're going to be hopefully by the end of the week have everything rock solid for Jose to start working on the back end for this.
ASAP.
ASAP.
Diligently.
Diligently.
You know, you guys got. I don't know if you guys answered, but there's 2 questions.
Yeah.
Yes,
in
we got
the chat.
2 questions. I was about to answer one of them at least.
All right, Mr. Jason, go ahead and answer question. Go ahead and ask question 1. What is it?
Question 1 is they were watching a previous state of the game. It was Stitch. He was watching a previous state of the game episode, and someone asked about decking out.
Yeah, they already
We
answered.
we answered that one.
We addressed that.
Answer
Yeah.
them? And then they asked Brandon, do you play any different heroes or the same heroes each time? Do you favor?
You missed the other question, so there was 3 then.
That's
One
only
was
2 I see.
no. It's what are some of the other heroes besides Cyber, Saigon, Soloris, Vale, and Raskin?
All right, well, we'll tell you the list. We ain't going to showcase them, but we can tell you. There is, believe it or not, there is Vale, Soloris, Raskin.
Oh,
All right.
wait a second. Let's bookmark this, everybody. Timestamp.
Clip this thing. Clip it.
Okay, so.
Apologize for repeating questions, guys. I had to step away for a moment. Came back just
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
So there are going to be, from that listing of 5, there are going to be 3 more heroes. And these 3 heroes were inspired by the community directly. They are part of the Nebulite faction. We got Kalego. I don't know if he's going to roast me for saying his name incorrectly. We got Aurora. And we also got Clara. Which personally, I love Clara, bro. I'm just gonna be real, man. So, and again, it's a conjurer. I'm a conjurer user, so it could be a biased choice. But yeah, we got 3 more heroes additional to the listing that we have not really been stressing, not really been showcasing. But if you have seen the
Are we gonna talk about Kickstarter exclusive stuff since we're talking about heroes, or no?
No, we're
it
definitely
too
not
early?
gonna talk.
I think
It's way too early. We're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna
Well,
get a
now
little
they
bit
know
more
there's
time. But just so you know, there are 3 more heroes. They will be chases. They will not be theme decked. They are going to be in the box. You will have, or in the booster packs. You will have to chase and pull these additional heroes. It's an additional assassin, sentinel, and a conjurer. So just to kind of give you guys heads up, and all 3 of these heroes were inspired by the community members. And then by that, I don't mean just inspired because they gave data and gave information. Literally, the character was fused and created with the inspiration of the community members. So these are the things we are doing. And if you're newer to our community, the Nebulite brand is built from the community and by the community. So that's what we dabbled into. So yes, there are more characters for you guys to kind of build and synergy around, and they do have their own exclusive hero items as well. Yes.
Nebulite,
Nice.
that is the community.
Nebulite. Oh, and speaking of Nebulite, guys, we actually had finalized the last weapon card that was sent for our entire build. We're going to quickly review it really quick with you guys on the stream since we do talk about the physical card game.
Wait, we had the last question. Let me answer real quick.
Yes. I apologize. Yeah.
So they asked if I favor a certain hero. To be honest, Cyber, love playing with Cyber. Don't get to play with her as much since we kind of moved away from using them as the starter decks heroes. But Cyber she's my girl.
Yeah, he has a good synergy with her.
Wait till you guys see the character he made for future releases.
Yeah. Let's not spill too many beans.
No,
now.
that's a
Come on,
huge bean.
That's we're gonna have to end
I
this
think
whole
that's what.
stream.
That's like expanded on the books. That might be year 2, year 3 character. I mean, listen, guys, we got a strong expansion set up for these things, but that might be year 2, year 3 character actually.
Right.
So let's go ahead and review a last weapon that we managed to finish in our arsenal built by the Nebulite and the community.
Casey, Casey throwing out the spoilers on him, Charlie.
G42 classified. What are you talking about?
Man, Casey,
Start
calm
a
down.
video.
Why you gotta do that? That was
okay.
Easter eggs.
So hey, listen again. This is where it's at.
Somebody
He
had the
spotted
magnifying glass
He
out.
spotted it. So
Hit the
yes,
pause button.
you managed to see the heroes. He is absolutely correct. So again, if you did see the Kickstarter video, we do showcase all the heroes in the front line. So yes, if you do look at it, Casey ain't playing no games. My man's sniping us down. I love that.
That's one of our first play testers.
We appreciate
Casey. He
it,
pays
man.
attention.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so they are there. You will be able to see the entire frontline heroes that will be available for the first set. If you do check it out, if you have not seen our Kickstarter, it's literally a minute and 20 seconds. Please check that video out. You'll see everything you need to know. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and go into the last weapon that we managed to finalize for the Nebulae and the actual community here. We're going to go ahead and talk about this Scouter UV. The Scouter UV weapon. Mr. Brandon, please let the community know about this weapon here, brother. I know it's just pretty ruthless. What we looking at?
So this right here is a Scouter UV. It's a Nebulae brand weapon. So again, weapons in our game have manufacturers. Nebulae is the manufacturer of this weapon. So that means you, the community, created this weapon. This is a ranged weapon. It's going to cost you 5 storage energy points to equip this gun right here. All right. So this is an auto rifle. It's going to have 6 targeting. All right. It's going to deal 3 kinetic damage. And before you can start targeting with this weapon, you are going to have to load it up with 3 kinetic ammunition. So those abilities I cannot read because it's too small for me.
Oh, let's go in. Let's go in. I apologize. Let's zoom this in a little bit. Hold on. Let me zoom out to make sure you can go and read it. And keep in mind, we're still going through the grammatic stuff of these weapons and stuff. So the grammatic terms may change, but what it does probably won't.
All right, so the first ability here, we have Scouter. If this gun successfully targeted previous turn, add 1 damage this turn. So as long as you hit your opponent the last turn, you're going to be able to add 1 more kinetic damage.
So hold on. Let's talk about this for a minute. Now, in 1v1, essentially, if whoever has this weapon in their hands and you miss them with all 3 shots, you just increase the damage of this weapon 3 more. So you want to make sure that if you're going to fire at the opponent that has this gun equipped, you got to make sure or hope with confidence you're going to hit them. Because if not, you're going to make this a stronger weapon firing back at you.
No, that's a different ability.
No. It's the
other way around.
It's the other way around. If you successfully hit.
If you successfully targeted the previous turn,
add 1 damage.
Then you add 1 damage this turn.
Look at me, I jumped the gun, guys.
So as long as you mod this weapon up, increase your ability, target your opponent, get that shot in, then you'll do an extra damage. That's a whole nother ability for a whole nother weapon.
Right. That's synergy. My bad, guys. This is why Brandon's the balancer. He called me out in the middle of the stream. I got you.
No, I still love you though, Charlie.
Bet. Love ain't nothing.
Greatest.
He just balanced you.
He just balanced me for sure. He sure did, man. He
All
put
right,
me on
so
check.
let's move on to the next one. We're going to move on to Burst. After rolling 6, deal 2 kinetic damage. So in our game, when you target, you roll both die. And if you successfully target, the red die is going to show whether or not you proc this ability. So if you roll a 6 with that red die, you're going to double the amount of kinetic damage you're dealing with this weapon.
Which is ruthless. That's actually pretty ruthless, man. Especially if you have mods to this gun. Think about it. Those mods will then multiply what the damage is going to do after the burst. That's pretty ruthless.
Yeah, you will start attaching some of those barrels. Yeah.
Look. You see a light bulb appeared in Brandon's head right here.
Oh, no. All right, so now down to the very last ability, your V-trigger ability. Again, this third ability, you can only use it after your hero has V-triggered. This one is called the UV. Roll a 4 or higher, add 2 kinetic damage, roll a 3 or under, remove 1 kinetic damage.
Yeah, so we got to make sure it says removed. Again, the grammar is going to get changed, but...
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing the -1. That's why I kind of skipped a beat there. But yeah, remove 1 kinetic damage. So if you're like I said before, when you target to hit your opponent, if you successfully target them, you look at your red die, and if it's a 4 or higher, you're gonna add 2 kinetic damage. If it's a 3 or under, well, you snooze, you lose. So
yeah, right. It's gonna be one of them guns that it's either gonna help or work against you. So you definitely want to make sure that the UV kicks in with the weaponry. So yeah, that sounds like a pretty cool weapon. And for those that don't know about the Nebulite characters, they strengthen themselves based off using their brand gear. So you definitely want to make sure when using a Nebulite hero of any kind that you're synergizing it with their brand gear. If you do not have the VSTI card, that card is
right
a
here.
Nebulite card, which strengthens your Nebulite gear and your heroes. So your items become much more stronger by getting that VSTI card. So please register to our website. Get your hands on this card. This card is very, very, very powerful in its way. You want to get that card.
And
it's good.
guys, the people are asking question. All that damage does stack for that turn.
Yes.
As long as you proc all those abilities, yeah. If you manage to roll a 6, yeah.
Scouter UV is gonna be ugly. You start adding these mods to it. You hit. You manage to hit that 6. You get that 6 number. You gonna end up multiplying some serious damage. You're gonna hurt somebody. Yeah, this gun is gonna be something pretty ruthless. And I can already tell you, people that was in our community of the Patreons that got the pleasure to see the actual Nebulite heroes being developed live, because we were developing these heroes live on the on our Discord for the Patreon members to review, watch the development as well as the videos, gave feedback. They already know this is gonna work pretty disgusting with one of the Nebulite heroes. So it's gonna synergize pretty tough if you get this card. So you guys in the community,
you get one of those Nebulite heroes with those Nebulite manufacturer weapons, and
it's gonna stack.
You're asking for trouble.
Yeah. So with that being said, really quickly, I just want to show you guys a quick artwork revamp we did with the weapons. This is the way you guys would have seen the traditional weapon. So the original artwork is kind of like this. This is the way it's been for quite some time. So we are changing the actual artwork on final product, just so you guys know. It's going to change a little bit. So we decided to go with a more visually identifier to know what kind of rarity card you got based off the artwork. We're going to use the time splitter really quickly as a demonstration, but to kind of showcase what the actual backgrounds will start to look like. So this here is what the new default backgrounds are going to be on the cards. Okay, so this is what they're going to look like. So this is a regular, this is not, obviously it says uncommon because the weapon itself is an uncommon weapon, but this would be for a common card, what the background would look like. So an uncommon is going to look like this. It has a slight change, a little bit of energy disbursement from it, but you can simply identify your rarities based off the effects of the card. Okay, so these are things that we're going to be doing on the finalized product, just something to kind of showcase. This also gives us the opportunity when we do selective gloss, selective foiling, to choose specific effects to allow it to just shine and pop out of the actual card effect. This here is going to be our rares. So the rare effect is going to look, it starts to get a little bit more jazzed out. Our super rares are gonna have this more aura. Actually, this one here, I apologize, this one here is our rare effect. Our super rare effect is gonna be this effect, and then our other rare we're not gonna talk about is this actual effect. So there's gonna be another rare in the game, but it's going to be very cosmic. It's going to be very kind of lit up. You start to see the effect just grow and build. So when you have a certain variant of the gun, let's say Time Splitter as a common came out, but then there's a Time Splitter later on down the future that becomes a super rare, it might look a little bit more different with all these cosmic effects and stuff like that. So we decided to not only just create a rarity as far as the bottom badge, but we also decided to create the rarity to grow with the evolution of what the card would look like. So it's a quick, easy identifier for you guys. We wanted to go ahead and quickly talk about that. So tell us what you guys think. Do you think it's a bit much? Do you think it's a nice little touch? Something that we can, because we can always, before the final product, finish that or adjust things that are needed. But if you guys seen it, tell us what you guys think. From the old to the new, this is, again, I'll put them side by side really quickly for you guys to kind of take a look at. What the old ones would look like versus the new ones. Let me go back on this. You know, so this is what the new effects will look like over here on the left, with the backgrounding looking more like a I don't know, I guess like a weapons
Almost like a
cache,
like
like
a yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
bunker,
Like
you
a,
know,
like
like
an
a
armory
bunker
type.
style, like an armory,
Mhm.
versus you're just like sitting in a floating in a dead space. So we decided to add this change because we felt like it just brought more art and just brings the weapons of choice a little bit more to the scene. We feel it's a little bit better. So it'll also separate our test deck series and our tabletop series from final release. So it's just something to bring a little bit more once it hits the table for you guys on Kickstarter.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much it for tonight on the state of the game. We're gonna quickly go through all of our Patreons to shout out all the new Patreons and the people that have been supporting us in this project.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Wait.
We had something else. That's right. I forgot about
Hold
that.
on.
That giveaway.
2 more things.
Oh, 2 more. Hold on. Charlie done dropped the ball
See how I
here.
throw the V up?
Throw them bees.
Yeehaw.
Just so you guys know, we should have the cover for the first comic book for the Kickstarter
Oh,
very soon.
the
for you guys to-
official release
Possibly,
book, huh?
I'm pretty sure we're going to show Patreon members, but
For sure.
for everybody else on Kickstarter, the closer we get to the stretch goal, the more of it you'll see.
Yes. So yeah, we do got the comic book coming up to effect, guys. We're gonna have the official first comic book cover. It is showcasing Miss Cyber here, which she's behind me, but she's partially cut off because of my screen here. But yeah, so Cyber's actually gonna be with
For the
main story,
stretch
gonna
goal
stretch
comic, just to clarify. so the stretch goal
Right,
comic
for the
is
stretch
just-
goal, not Saigon's Rage.
Saigon Rage is the comic book coming out with the Kickstarter. Then Cyber the Awakening is going to be the stretch goal comic book.
Yes, official.
My bad, I didn't say that clearly in the beginning. I was excited because Zip and me were talking about it when I was dropping him off at the airport. And shout out to Zip. He missed his flight by 2 minutes. And last time he came, crazy stuff happened at the airport, and he charmed his way through the airport last time, and he charmed his way to get on the following flight they said he couldn't get.
Again,
Instead of waiting until 6 o'clock, he got on the 12 o'clock because his flight was originally at 8 a.m. I don't know what kind of charm magic he uses, but he showed all the stewardess,
Ice Eskimos, man.
and he literally got us like 4 new fans because all the stewardess at the kiosk, he gave them a comic book of his grip that we gave him, and even the manager came over and they were all blown away by the comic book. And these are people that have nothing to do with the TCG world or anything like that. They're like, oh, my kid would love this, or oh, that looks awesome. So shout out to Zip. He got on his plane, he got on his flight, he's home safe. I spoke to him a little bit earlier, but it was really exciting because we were talking about it on the drive to the airport. So that's my last extra little thing. I'm sorry, guys.
the last extra. But what about that giveaway though?
What about that?
Oh, that's
Slim
Jose's
Reader?
part.
Oh, that's Jose's part. All right, go ahead, Jose. Jump.
So guys, we got a giveaway.
I got a giveaway,
We're giving Jose away.
and now we're gonna give me away.
Every week we
I
try to give him away, but he comes
giveaways.
back.
And I cannot lie.
So yeah, we got a giveaway that we're doing, guys, and I need to erase this part because what are we giving away?
Blur wheel.
No, not blur wheel.
Ooh. You know I like the blur wheel. Come on.
Jose,
now.
you're telling me we're doing a giveaway and you don't know what we're giving away?
You know what it is? Is that
Oh
Charlie-
my God! Look at that wheel, though, man.
All right,
that's
guys.
a
Now I want to know what we're giving away, yo.
Yeah.
So we're doing our giveaway. So if you're a part of TCG World, we partnered with them to do a giveaway. So every week from now till the launch of the Kickstarter, we are doing a giveaway on the state of the game for this Monday, next Monday, then the Tuesday on the day of the Kickstarter launch. We are going to do the final giveaway. So this first week's winner will be announced. They will win test deck bundle with exclusive game mats that we were sending just for the LGSs. They are like the poster paper game mats, but you're going to get that one exclusively. That was just supposed to go for LGSs. You're going to get 5 mystery packs. You're going to get one of the comic books, the pre-Kickstarter comic books. You're going to get the VSTI early access card. You're going to get one of our pins that we randomly have of one of the heroes. And then you're going to also be able to go to our website and select any shirt design that we have on there and your size and tell us, and we will send that to you. And you will also be getting one of our misprint manufacturer misprint neoprene game mats. and then you'll have the choice to select a Saigon Rage card or a Cyber the Awakening promo card.
Hold on,
So-
Jason. Can I put my name in this listing?
No, I took it out.
No.
Man, I got it here.
That's the winner for this. The winner for this week. That's what they will get. Next week will be the same items you can win. And then the other thing is, if you are live in our drawing right now, what will happen is you have the option to tell us to sign the card. We do not sign our cards directly on the
Off-stream.
cards.
Yep.
We've only probably done it less than 5 times for anyone. So if you are in the live stream when we pull the winner and you say I'm here, we will sign that card and the whole team will sign it and send it to you for the giveaway.
Ooh, Tone Deaf, what up, man?
Tone Deaf.
Tone
Yep, Tone's in the
Dizzy's
building.
on the building.
And then if you are in our Discord, just go to Sharing is Caring. That's our channel for giveaways, where you can look all the information up and see where it's at. If you want to get double entry into the giveaway, you can go ahead and like TCG World and go to their Discord. They also have the giveaway posted in there as well. So you can also click the green check mark in there and get 2 double up on the drawing. So go ahead and Jose, take it away.
All right, now we like to shuffle this deck right here, people's names.
There's
I'm
14
going-
people in the thing. Shuffle it 14 times.
I already did like 14.
He did it too many times.
All right, here we go. And
I love this music. Do you want to use a lifeline?
It does feel like it
Phone
does
a
feel
friend.
like-
we
Uh-oh.
are coming.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where we at? Dragon! Oh, no, you got skipped.
Where's it gonna be?
Dom 85?
No,
Gaming.
Casey.
Let's
Gaming.
bring in KC.
Oh,
Get
look at
that
that.
out of here,
KC,
man.
wait a
Look
second,
at
I'm
what
gonna
that
be
stuff,
live
all
on the
this stuff,
stream.
yo. That is like wild, man. This is crazy.
Casey even
That's
said my
what's
name
up.
better be on there. He invoked
did
Yo,
it.
say
look
my
at
name
him. He
every
sure
time there.
did.
Look at
Look at
that.
him,
You
yo.
spoke
That
it
is like
into
spoken,
existence.
yo, for real, man.
Dang.
That was dope, man. Listen, I think that's the second time someone in our stream said something about the giveaway, and they ended up winning it. That was wild, man. That was cool.
Wow. Casey, which hero do you want? Tell us. You want Cyber or you want Saigon, and do you want us to sign it for you?
Yeah, that was
You
cool,
want that
man.
side,
The
man.
odds of all that stuff, man. But yeah,
There
man,
you go.
KC, big congrats. You can give us
Yo.
a shout out. If not, you can go ahead and message Jason directly, DM him.
DM me what you want,
yeah,
man.
DM
What-
him what you want, what t-shirts you want,
Wow.
what item you want
What
from the
t-shirt,
store, man. Just
everything,
grab
man.
it all, brother. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we take care of you.
Shout
with
out
that.
to Casey, man.
Yeah, that was what's
He's
up.
one of our first he's a very early Patreon member, and him and Datsun test played our game, one of the first people to test play our game and give us good feedback. So I am so ecstatic that he won, man. He really does deserve it. Like, wow, man, it's awesome.
Yeah, that was really dope. That was cool. I enjoyed that. That was cool. That was a good look. All right, so did we have anything else we need to cover tonight before we go ahead and rack out, before we give a shout out to our Patreon members?
Yeah, we need to shout out them Patreon members.
Yeah, we got to give a
Let me go and
special
shout some
shout
people out.
Let's go and shout. Don't yell out, but shout out. Let's go ahead and do that.
All right. So KC, shout out to KC Gaming. He's one of our Patreon members. We have a new Patreon member, Jane. We have a new
Jane.
Patreon member.
Welcome,
2
thank
pancakes.
you. Welcome, thank you.
Not 1 pancake, 2
Two.
pancake.
Dope.
Yes.
My guy.
No one.
We got
Thank you.
we got BNH, which is Bill Cosby Ballin, on his Instagram. We got Redfoot. Shout out to him. He flew out to come hang out with us, play the game for the first time with
Yes,
Brandon.
you are a blessing,
that was
bro.
awesome,
we
man.
appreciate it. We
Yes.
are so honored and humbled
So
to
much
have you
love to Redfoot.
present with us,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
That was amazing. That was cool.
That was
Nice,
amazing.
nice.
Blown
Then we got
away.
Adam D. We got Yadi Mod. We got Cards and Stuff 254. We got Christian S. We got Just 31. We got Lewis. That's too fluent. That's my guy Lewis. I just say Lewis because we always be chopping it up. He was all weekend at the
2 hours back and
TCG
forth.
Con hanging out with us.
Yeah.
JP, that's the Outer Edge Comics. Shout out to him. Be on the lookout. We got some. He did Chibi of Saigon. You might see it on a shirt soon. So just be on the lookout for that. Then we have Lord Dragon. Shout him out. He's part of our VSTI. He's part of our street team. He's actually the main person handling outreach for our game out in Tennessee. So shout out to him. We got Doom. Shout out to Doom. We got Damiano. Shout out to Evan, which is Cardboard Crackhead. Oda Collector. Little Miss A. If it wasn't for Little Miss A, she opened the door for a lot of people to see our game and shed light to it. So she really above and beyond on a lot of levels got us connected into the community in a lot of ways. So shout out to Little Miss A.
And she actually spread a lot of love all over our community too, for real.
Yeah,
she moves in silence, but she makes big waves. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
well,
I like that. I saw what you did there,
bro.
That's what's up. I like what you did there, man.
And shout out to, it's gonna be Atlas next. He's actually creating his own game as well. So shout him out. I don't remember the name of his game, but next Monday I will memorize the name of your game so we can shout it out. Then we have Leafy. Shout out to Leafy. I know the school year started, so you're a little quiet. I know you're dealing with them children and them kids being an administrator over at the school. So shout you out. Shout out to Wangan San and everyone. Show him some love. He's doing physical therapy right now. I think he got into a car accident, so he's been dealing with that. And I sent him some good music because he listened to a lot of hip hop I listen to, so I sent him some playlists. So shout out to him. Shout out to Jeeps, pillar in the community. Shout out to Ottawa, pillar in the community. Shout out to Daniel G, Wage of Tropes TCG. Check them out. They have a really cool game and concept. Saeed, Datsun, my guy. Bernardo, we got BK, where you at? We need to see you at one of these cons, man. XUND Devil Dog.
BK sent his people though.
Yeah, he did. He definitely sent his people. He did.
He sends his people.
Did.
Angie R, Mr. J, that's my buddy on the West Coast. He was actually gonna let me stay at his house so we could go to the LBC Collecticon, but things didn't work out for that. We were really busy with stuff we had on this side of the coast. But shout out to him. Shout out to Rico. Shout out to Cal Collectibles. Shout out to Cerberus, Norma, to Carmen, to Beth. Shout out to Darjack. I'm sorry we didn't see you this weekend. We was rooting for you to come out and see us, but we know you're handling business. So we're going to see you at Ocala possibly. So bless up. And then our OG, our day one, since day one, Ultimate Chaos. Ultimate Chaos. I'm gonna text him to see how he's doing. I know how his training's going. He got a new job that's real intricate, what he's learning and stuff. And then his wife, I think, is soon gonna have another little one. So
I thought they already had the little one. We got to find out.
That's why I don't know. I got to text him. I didn't want to bother him because when we went to Miami convention, he was in Miami, but he was so busy we couldn't link up with him. We were trying to link up with him just to have like a lunch or something before we left from Miami, but he was super busy, so it didn't work out. But shout out to Ultimate Chaos. Shout out to everybody that's supporting the cause, that's played the game, that has seen the vision and sees that we're not overnight. We've been doing this since 2016, and I promise you we're bringing you something different, something new to the TCG world. We argue and yell about a lot of that stuff you guys don't see, but it's because we have so much passion in what we're doing, and I hope you guys felt the passion that came out the TCG Con, whether you saw the video or you got to meet us.
And the people that actually came into the TCG Con actually got to feel, see, and touch the end quality of what you're expecting to get. And again, the quality is what we go for our game. I mean, the cards, the box, I mean, everything is what we go for, and we're getting nothing but raving reviews about the quality that we were putting out. And that's what we would expect to receive if that's what we were getting for a product, and that's what we're expecting to put out. So we would just want to say thank you to everybody that came either from a whole nother state or from their backyard to come check us out at the State of the Game. Again, we're so
100%, yes.
Yeah, we're very I don't even got the word for it on how like ecstatic and excited we are that we can manage to build an entire community and get people from all walks of life to come to us in Florida, to come visit us, to talk about the one thing that we have a passion for, and that sees the vision and that enjoys the vision and willing to support it. Number one, we have to say thanks you to all of you guys out in the community, because we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you guys. And that's just the facts of the matter. And anyone that's new in our community will get to know us. We are very community oriented. We listen to you guys and we respond and we talk with all you guys. So we just want to say thank you to everybody. We appreciate your support, all of our Patreon people that are supporting to keep this project moving. We got much more updates for the near future. Again, we're going to be hustling and bustling this entire week. So if any of us are a little bit more silent than usual, and that's the main reason why we're trying to make sure we got our Kickstarter lined up properly. Me and Jason are going to be like core focusing on a lot of other stuff this week. So we're trying to make sure that we get this launch
We're
time.
hitting it hard before this Patreon.
Yes.
We really making sure we dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's.
Yeah, so if you guys are watching this on a later date or watching this afterwards, please leave your comments at the bottom of this video. We will respond in a timely manner, or just go straight to our Discord channel. Or Brandon got a little something for you in the future, so that way you'll watch our State of the Games and catch it on time. Brandon, what can they do for us in
Actually,
the
yeah,
future?
because if you are watching this video on YouTube, that's because you failed.
Why?
Okay.
How they fail? What happened?
Yeah, they failed because they didn't hit that bell icon. That's what happened. You hit that bell icon, you can stay notified. You can know what's going on. You know when we're starting the stream. You know when we're hopping on.
I don't care how many times you say that. That never gets bored, yo. That never gets boring, man, for real. But again, we appreciate you guys. We welcome you guys into our community. We appreciate your time that you spent with us tonight to watch the State of the Game and get these updates, because time is the most important thing in the world. And make sure you're spending that time with things and people that matter, okay? So that's the message that we're going to leave with you guys out tonight. But until the next State of the Game, Vanquishers,
We out.
we are out.
Out, baby.